This is Red Moon Role-Playing.
It's morning. You're in your beds and you feel absolutely awful. You feel exactly like you would expect after all the drink that you had last night and, well, everything that you had to go through. And we start with you, Virgil. You are in your own bed. Someone has been kind enough to get you back there, perhaps the staff. Your eyes are drawn upward and you see through the ceilings and through the walls. And there's something that's changed. Last time you looked up to the 10th floor, there was something there like a black void, a maelstrom. But it's gone. Dead silent. You know, Virgil, that whatever was there no longer holds any power.
I swallow. I try to get up on my elbows. Just stare at the ceiling, stare up there. There. I raise my hand towards it. Realize the foul taste in my mouth. Just trying to get some water. We threw it up. Something happened that make the deal go void? I panic for a second. The manacles, the handcuffs. I start rummaging through my stuff. Are they still there?
Yeah. They're in your bag. You still have them. The storm is howling outside still, and the rain is pattering against the window aggressively. Edmund, you hear a sound as you wake up. It's from the walls. From inside the walls. Maybe the air conditioner is broken.
I stumble up, splitting headache, feeling nauseous. For a moment, feeling utterly defeated because, shit. All I did was fucking get drunk. I couldn't convince Virgil of anything. But wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm probably still clothed. In fact, I'm probably... Well, am I still in the suit?
Yeah, you're still wearing the same clothes as yesterday. No one has undressed you.
Then they probably have a little bit of unpleasant stains on them. I kind of try and brush them off, and then I will go to the wall. I touch the wall. What's going on with the aircon?
Yeah, and you listen, and perhaps you even put your ear towards the wall to try to hear what it is. It sounds like metal against metal. Kind of scuttling around in there. Large rats?
I ain't gonna bother to clean myself up. I'm not in the mood. But this is weird. Despite everything, I want to make sure Virgil's okay, even though he's probably absolutely fine. More fine than me, apparently. I'll get whatever I can just so I've got my stuff on me, I suppose, like the key cards and wallets and all that, and I'll stumble out my room and...
You'll get out into the hallway, and Virgil, what are you doing? Are you also going out to meet with Edmond, or are you staying in your room? What are you doing?
Yeah, after having sat there, holding the handcuffs for a bit, and staring up at the ceiling, trying to understand what's going on, kind of realizing I won't. I go to open the door, yeah, and I guess I see you, Edmund.
Yes, you open the door, hearing that Edmund is out there, and as you do that, you notice that you're not alone. Mary's standing there outside your rooms as well. She's still wearing her stage outfit from yesterday, and she just looks to the both of you. Something is different, isn't it?
You passed out as well? I saw you. You were doubling over up there.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened afterwards.
I look over to Edmund. I think something happened to Celia.
Wait, what? Why would you think that?
I think something yesterday when we threw up. It was... I had something went wrong. I don't think that was supposed to happen, and there's nothing up there. I just stare at the ceiling again. There's nothing up there.
What? I kind of stammer a little. I'm not sure what to say. After all, I was pretty sure that we were utterly screwed in every way, and now Virgil's saying there's nothing up there. I kind of go, buddy, come on. I love you. Do the explaining. Like, what do you actually mean? But what you mean? She's left the building, or the floor's exploded? What do you mean? There's nothing up there?
Yesterday,
You hear very loud crying coming from down the hall.
I get cut off mid-sentence. I look at the two of you and I start going towards the crying.
I'll follow. I'll try and give Mary a sympathetic touch on the shoulder. And I just say, we didn't really get much time to talk, but Virgil, he knows shit. Let's just see let's go with it. Let's just go with it.
Yeah. And she follows, and you see that there's someone who's, yes, crying very audibly, huddled against the wall, and you recognize this man. He was there the first day when you arrived. It's William Brunner, the hotel manager. No, this cannot be.
Mr. Runner?
She can't.
What is going on?
She can't be gone. She can't. I love her, and if I love her, she can't be gone.
Something happened to Celia, didn't it?
Mary moves up to him. Come on, it will be all right. You're free now. But I don't want to be free. She gave me meaning. Don't you get it? And Mary continues to console him as he's crying there.
Wait, Mr. Bruno, what do you mean? She's gone. That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
And he just continues crying and seems to not really care about answering your questions. Mary, however, comes up to you and she smiles very briefly, showing a keycard.
Ooh, nice. Very good. And I start going towards an elevator, trying to make sure that you're both following.
I look utterly confused, but I do follow you, yes.
Mary scans the keycard and all the numbers light up, including the 10th floor.
I look over at Edmund.
Wait.
And I nod.
No, wait.
The only one that doesn't light up is the basement.
No, wait, hang on. I think maybe we should go and just check. If something's happened up there, like, who else is up there? Like, I mean, if we just go up there now, then we might be in more trouble than... I don't suppose we were in... I don't know. Are you sure we should just go up there now?
I just pushed the button. Yeah, I think we should. You know what she said. If she dies, everything that we done is gonna be let out there. This is nothing more than a contingency for now.
And he pushes the button.
And the elevator begins going up, and Mary looks to the both of you. Do you have any idea what's going on?
No,
What did she ask you to do?
She owns me now. All my music, everything. And everything that I make from here on out. It will all be used to continue to fund whatever the fuck it is that she's doing here. She was very violent.
I know, Mary, I know. It's you don't have to keep going on. She made us do shit to own us and all that bollocks, but Virgil, I don't get it. Like, you tell me, because last night I was trying to convince you, and did you do something? Did you actually come around and do something?
I didn't do shit. There was a girl. I pat the back of the pocket, take out the card, show it to you. Anna Spivey, Blue Star Real Estate. And the number. It says. She came up to me and she wanted to know what'd been going on, saying she could help me. I didn't, pay much. No, that would be a lie.
You've arrived at the 10th floor. Bling, the door's open.
I'll just take that, and I'll take back the card. And I move out. Miss Witter?
It's silent. Very silent. The doors that Kurt opened for you before are ahead of you into the office. No Kurt here. It's silent.
Come on. Let's look around.
Do you open the door to look inside?
I do.
I attempt to stop him too late, saying something about, like, fingerprints, but then he opens the door and I suppose I look in.
Yes. And inside, you see on the floor, there's a ring, a singed ring, as if fire has burned there. The symbols carved on the floor, and also into Celia's now nude body that's splayed out within this singed ring.
Holy shit. Someone came up here and exorcised her.
At that, I step before Virgil. Okay, buddy, don't touch anything. Please. Let's not touch things with hands that leave evidence.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I kind of look over your shoulder, but I'm not trying to do anything.
The room feels strangely warm. There's a wet heat in here that's tinged with the coppery stink of blood. You see that her heart has been cut out.
I look over the scene, and maybe part of my mind would like to try and solve this, but part of me wonders, is this a little bit beyond my advantage? Because this is clearly no ordinary crime. How would I even begin to know how it happened?
You could go close and investigate the body to see if you can find out more than you already have.
Well, as you start going in there, looking in, I look over at Mary. Yeah, well, alright. Maybe that's one less thing for us to worry about, except that she sent that contract somewhere downstairs.
Yeah, she did. For me too. It's calmed down. And she moves up to this hidden panel that you both saw. And yeah, there's the pneumatic tube there, heading down. But where does it all go? If we could get a hold of that. I mean, she said if she died that it would all be released, right? We don't want that. But if we could get a hold of the things, maybe we can stop it.
Maybe. Unless it's already out there. I don't know how quick this release thing is gonna be. Or whoever is gonna do it for her.
Well, hang on, Virgil. She doesn't literally just have some guy in the basement who does it. Like, isn't it some sort of power? How does it work?
Well, if she's sending it to someone, I can't say. You'd be surprised how many things are actually dealt with in digital electronic ways.
And you remember that the pneumatic tube, the capsule that she sent down into it, it was your contract, and then there was a USB stick from the video screens. Seems like the footage, the incriminating footage would be on there. So it's actually in something physical, it seems, which is strange in these days of cloud computing and all that, but seems like she's modern but a little bit old school at the same time.
It seems a little bit ridiculous in a way, but at the same time, yes, physicality is actually physicality. I rolled a 14, so I get one question, and I think the only really relevant one is, of course, the classic, what was the chain of events? So what it seems like somebody came in and maybe did some sort of fucking ritual on her and she's just dead, just like that, this thing?
Yes. It seems like she entered into this ring and you smell the fluid that's been burning, and it smells an awful lot like that cognac. And you saw her drinking that cognac. You drank the cognac too, and you had a very violent reaction. I mean, was it because of the cognac? I mean, it could have been. You drank a lot of other things as well, but both you, Mary, and Virgil had the same reaction. Could it have been that Celia, too, had that kind of reaction? I mean, if someone reacts like that, that would be an excellent time, no matter how strong they are. Well, to kill them, wouldn't it?
I told you, Virgil, I know she looked like a fucking demon, but clearly something got her somehow. Virgil, ask the question, I promise, and then let's get moving, but please, I believe in you. She looks dead. Is she really? Use your power, your sight. I don't know. We need to be sure.
All right. I'll try and make sure. And I had a great success in that previously. I only used one of the options out of the 3 that I had previously. I know it's a completely different scene now, but
yes.
Would you like me to?
No, you do not need to roll, actually. As you move closer and as you move inside the ring, actually, both of you, if you're moving inside of the ring, her visage switches over to the one you saw before, her true form, the grotesque, massive thing with the hanging tongue and everything. That's the one that's there, and it looks very dead. There's no heart. This massive heart has been cut out. If it was a living thing, you can't live without a heart.
There's no life, whatever that was, here. Someone gone in and proper, I don't know, purged her of life. There seemed to be some kind of ritual that'd been going on here, judging from the ring.
You see, Virgil? You didn't fucking believe me, man. But do you believe me now? If someone else could have done it, you could have done it, but it's okay. It's okay. And I go over and I resist the urge to spit because of evidence, but I do just say, fuck you, Miss Celia Witter. Ha! Okay, basement. Let's go to the basement, Virgil. Let's do that. Let's go to the basement.
Yeah, I'll try. But I have a fear that I don't know how much she poured into herself in this place. If it's all of her, I don't know if it's made from her essence somehow. It could be that the foundation is now unstable. Let's get down. Bring us stuff. Get stuff from your room and get ready to leave, and then we'll see.
And Mary is moved to the sofa, and you see her picking up the missing sapphire from her earring. And she seems to also notice something else. Hey, I found another card. It's a red elevator card.
You know what they say, when in Rome, maybe this is the key we need. Maybe there is a god after all.
Why didn't I think of that? Who would have a key that leads everywhere except Celia? My stupid self. Thanks, Mary.
And yes, you have this card now. Is there anything else that you want to do here in the office? You see that there's a safe that is back there as well. There's her desk too, but you also see that yes, you have that pneumatic tube heading down. You have a card. Perhaps this one will allow you to head to the basement. The other card didn't let you do that, but maybe this one will.
Oh, fuck it. Let's loot the place. If she has anything that can help us, we still got a ritual to do. We could maybe find it here.
I hesitate. I say, like, are you... We don't want to get out of one situation for, I don't know... We don't even know what's happening in the rest of the hotel. Where's the rest of her?
Okay.
Where the fuck is that Kurt guy? We gotta be careful, man. I don't want to be hanging around here and get...
Just
jumped
pack
on.
your stuff, alright? You go down and pack your stuff, and I'll calm down.
Alright, Virgil. Just try and maybe wear gloves if you... Shit! And I kind of... I retreat, but I maybe don't make Virgil come with me if he doesn't want to.
So you're searching around a little bit, or?
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think this is gonna turn into any kind of normal murder scene. And I'm not in a criminal register anyway, so I don't care about that stuff.
Indeed. You search around a little bit. There are a few interesting things that you find. You find that the safe has been left unlocked. Perhaps it was mostly there for show, not really expecting any threats. There's a briefcase inside the safe that you recognize. It's Paco Santiago's briefcase. And as you open it up, you see that's... Oh yes, there's about €1 million in there. What else you find is that she has a computer at her desk. Someone seems to have taken a blowtorch to the computer and really messed it up. There is a very strange looking cable connecting from the computer into the ground. It looks almost like an umbilical cord, fleshy and cables at the same time. It was connected to the computer, but the computer is destroyed now, whatever it was. But it's a bit gruesome.
Trying to hook out that strange cable, that cord.
Fleshy, kind of like an umbilical cord. You're able to disconnect it. It doesn't do anything though.
I squeeze it. Is it, like, dead? Was it something that seems alive?
Yeah, you're right. It was perhaps alive before. Not now, though. Half burned.
That's strange. It's like, how does that mesh? The technology and the organic? That still doesn't make any sense to me.
And that's what you find in the room.
Get whatever you want from your room and bring it down to the reception, and then we'll take it from there.
All right. And you prep, and the hotel is, as I said, it's eerily quiet. You hear the cries from William Brunner at some point, but you don't see him. Aside from that, yeah, you don't really see any people at all.
Yeah, as I'm making my way back to my room, grabbing stuff and maybe waiting in reception, where is everyone? That don't make no sense. There was a whole hell, there was a storm. A bunch of people should still be here. I'm a little concerned. Like, even in reception, is there nobody there as I come out the lift?
Oh, some tired-looking staff are there. It's not like it's completely abandoned or anything like that. Just, you don't really see many guests around. Perhaps a lot of them are still sleeping off the party yesterday. It looked like everyone who was still at the hotel was at the concert, and it was a wild time, as you well know.
I don't see any sign of people like that concierge, the other one, the woman, the KULT, the security. Like, there's no sign of them.
No sign of Renate or KULT. They must be somewhere else.
I don't like that. I'm getting antsy, but I'll wait. I'll just sort of try and be calm and wait by the lifts, waiting for Virgil and Mary to come down.
And you're all gathered up, and you've taken care of your things. You have all that prepared so that you can go when you need to go. Are you ready? Mary asks you. Looks to the both of you.
Yeah, but... Oh, yeah. The new key card. Yeah.
Virgil, though, are you, like... What's going on? Are they trying to cover it up? Are they just trying to pretend everything's normal? Are we the only people who've noticed?
I don't think anyone knows what to do. She ran the place, probably with some sort of iron hand. Probably the rest. Anyone here now is just dazed and confused, not knowing how to operate on their own.
This almost seems too fucking good to be true, man. Okay, let's go then. Okay.
Someone just cut the head of the snake. That means we're the first one to loot the place, and then we get out of here.
Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. But okay, let's go.
And Mary scans the key card, and the basement lights up, and she presses the button, and the elevator starts going, and it goes very far down, a lot further down than you would expect if it was just, a regular basement underneath the ground floor. But eventually the doors open up, and you get into an area that's clearly like a backrooms kind of area. There's water that's dripping from the ceilings, a lot of utility things here, cables that are running across the ceiling. The walls are painted concrete, and Mary begins moving ahead. Come on, let's see if we can find something.
Yeah. I was half expecting some sort of, I don't know, cathedral, palace of lava. As far as we went down, this is, looks almost abandoned.
Is that the sort of thing you read in the books, Virgil? Is that how it's supposed to work? If you want to make an evil death tower, build a cathedral under it?
Well, you saw how our office looked. Just expected everything to be holding up to that standard.
Hey, Virgil, and I lean over again. Enough of that. Like, come on, you've seen that thing, and I'll be honest. Even I, for a moment, thought we were fucking fucked. But I was right. Somebody else, and you could be that someone else.
Yeah, Edmond, you were right.
You hear that scuttling sound again, clicking, clicking, clicking. Something that's moving around.
I tense up and say, we'll have a champagne later. Let's move, buddy.
Sure.
And as you're moving ahead, the painted concrete walls give way to black cyclopean masonry. Like this part of the basement is from a completely different time period. And there's 2 heavy stone doors in basalt, one that's slightly ajar. Mary's already standing there, looking at it. I'm still wearing her stage clothes, of course, since yesterday. It looks, she's very overdressed for what you are doing. But she looks to the both of you. This must be it, right?
This looks like some kind of ruin I visited in Greece.
Is it safe?
Only one way to find out. And she begins moving inside.
Hey, Mary, just slowly, and I kind of follow after.
You get inside. The air is damp and carries strange smells. You try to identify what that smell is, but you can't put your finger on it. It's like trying to grasp a memory that you've forgotten. It's there, but not at the same time. There's conduits and a pneumatic tube that hugs the passage's wall, leading towards a faint bluish glow further inside. There's several side tunnels that intersect this passage, but they appear to have been sealed a long time ago. There's a faint hum. It's not that you hear it, it's more that you feel it. The passage descends into wide, worn steps, and that leads to an arched doorway. And there's cold light that flickers inside. And you said cathedral. It's strange, because that's exactly what it appears as. A grand cathedral lit by cold blue light. It's massive, maybe 200 meters wide, endlessly deep. No, not a cathedral, now that you look at it. It's more akin to some colossal and ancient subway terminal. Chipped mosaics decorate the arched ceiling 50 meters above. Rusting stairs lead up and over, bridging a pair of sheer-walled trenches. And in their misty depths, tracks of bone lead to now sealed tunnels. And you're seeing all this. What do you do?
I draw a deep breath. That air, this old place. There's nothing to compare to something that bears a deep history. Now, where's that pneumatic tube?
It leads further inside. There's an island platform between the tracks. Towering racks of computer servers, shelves upon shelves of glass-encased artifacts, and walls of filing cabinets that run the length of what must be a city block. And there's in the center of all this, there's a kaleidoscope of screens that flicker with video feeds from across the world. And you hear a clicking sound. Something is clicking away near those video screens.
Look at this. This is her real treasure trove, a hub of information. This is like where it all would come together for her.
I simply stare, dumbfounded by the immenseness of the situation, and for a moment filled with a dull panic, because how the hell are we going to find our little contracts in this? But then maybe the clicking, and I say, I know I said that surely she doesn't have someone fucking clicking down here, but was I full of shit? Is that actually how it works, Virgil? Did she have an admin?
And then I realize I'm hearing it too. Yeah. I don't know. Or whoever did whatever they did to her is trying to tap into her stores.
There's a cacophony of noises that's coming from the screens. And all of a sudden, Virgil, on one of the screens, you see a woman that you know. It's Anna Spivey. You see her speaking on a satellite phone. She's outside in the storm. An airstrike? Yes, it's been ordered. Someone from the executive. We were able to decrypt part of the message. Something about an infestation and evidence. With Witter dead, they're probably trying to cover their tracks. Maybe UE? Anyway, we're pulling you out of there. Just go as soon as possible. Understood, Anna says and closes down the phone, and you see her moving away.
That's her. That's the lady. That's the one with the card. Anna Spivey. That sounded like a military call. If they're gonna bombed this place? Screw the contract. We probably better get out of here.
As Virgil says that, I panic a little, but then I do just step forward just a little more. Where's the clicking? What's the clicking?
You are following the clicking noise, and Mary, meanwhile, is following the pneumatic tube that's still there. She's pointing over there. And you see that there is a place where the pneumatic tube ends. There seems to be these capsules. A number of them, actually, are there, seemingly unopened. She begins moving towards those. While you are listening for this clicking sound, Edmund, are you going to try and find out where it's coming from?
Yes.
It's a different clicking sound than what you heard in the walls, by the way. That was sort of more scuttling, like a rat-like. This is more like a machine.
That's fine. I just need to see.
Yeah, you just need to see. And you see. But before then, Virgil, what are you doing?
I see them heading off in different directions. Me wanting to turn tail and leave the place. As I see Mary then moving towards the tubes, I realize that she probably didn't take many more visitors before whatever happened. If the most recent ones, well, ours should really be the most recent one. It would be at the top of the pile. Maybe I can just get that right quickly then.
Yeah. You join Mary then, and Edmund, what you see is a being of meat, bone, and plastic that's hovering through the air here, like a floating eye. It's tending to the screens and racks of servers, touching them with spider-like metallic arms. It hasn't noticed you. It's very focused on its work. And Virgil, you and Mary, you find it. They're there. That's the capsule. Mary opens up hers. Okay, I have everything. I think maybe that's yours.
Okay. I'll take it and try and get it open and have a look.
Yeah, that's the contract and the USB stick. It's a few other USB sticks also. Could this be the other material that they have on you? Yeah. Seems like it could be.
Gathered in one place. Let's take it. Edmund, come on.
And Edmund, are you going to make yourself known to the being, or are you just studying it?
And I look at this thing, and maybe I do inwardly just chuckle, because of course, there's a mechanical spider being, maybe another bound being, maybe a little bit, maybe it's like Virgil says, and you summon things, and they do as you say. Wasn't that what we were going to become? Maybe I don't need to be confronting anything. No, let's step back, and I whisper to Virgil, "You've got it?"
I think this must be ours. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's do that. Let's go. And I start trying to go, maybe quite quickly, thinking about possible airstrikes.
Yes, it's time to roll for Act Under Pressure then, as you try to leave this place now unseen.
13.
You are very efficient here. You've gotten what you needed. You hear the clicking stop. And then it continues. And you are out in the hall, and that's when you hear more noises. It's someone mumbling to themselves. "Hide," Mary says. And she points towards one of these blocked off passages in the tunnel here. There's some debris there that you think you can hide behind.
I'll try and get in behind him then.
Yes, I try and scramble and hide.
And you see Renata walking there. She's mumbling to herself as she moves towards this library or whatever it is. They'll all pay for what they did. Mary shakes her head to the both of you. She isn't what she seems. Don't try it.
She's strong.
She nods. What are you doing?
I am going to try and remain calm. It's difficult, but I believe Mary. We don't have time to be messing with things. I haven't even got any weapons. Let's just hide.
Yeah, you do that. And Renata passes by and continues in towards the grand cathedral and the server racks and that thing that was working away there. And as you get back to the door in the basement, you can again smell the familiar smells of the hotel. And just as you come around the corner, you see someone standing there. A large blonde man pointing an MP7 at you. It's Kurt. You did this, didn't you? It must have been you. I must know how you did it. How did you kill her? She's a being beyond anything. And he sees Mary and he smiles sinisterly, and she stares at him, and he keeps pointing the gun towards you.
I raise my hands, I give Virgil a look, and I say, I mean, sure, Mr. Kurt, yeah, it was pretty impressive how we did it, like so impressive how we did it, but I mean, why should we tell you when we're about to get shot? I mean, it's like you said, how did we do such a thing? I'm trying to use fast talk here. I need to roll coolness. Let's see what happens. That is 17 plus things, so 17 at least. So 2 options. I, first of all, would like to distract the NPC, giving me +1 to the next roll on them. And let's also prevent the NPC from noticing something in their immediate vicinity. And as I clearly go and distract, again, I just give Virgil another look as sort of like a, I've got this, go for him.
And I'm going to say that this is how this works out. He does get distracted by what you're doing, clearly. But he does notice you, Virgil, and without looking at you, he's pointing the gun towards you. Don't try it. And yet, you still succeed because there's a sickening scuttling and then buzzing sound, and all of a sudden Kurt spits up blood as something seems to push him from behind. There's a semi-transparent, dark brown, fly-like creature, maybe half a meter long, that sat itself on his shoulder, and this creature, whatever it is, it has a bone-white human face, smiling. It's a face that you recognize, Virgil. The man from the party, Filippo. It's his face. Kurt's veins are turning blue as this being is continuing to inject him with something through a stinger, and he drops the weapon and gets down on his knees. Mary immediately reaches for it and just fires off a burst right into his gut. Fuck you, you monster! And he coughs up more blood as the creature is continuing to inject him with this fluid.
We're leaving. Come on.
And you hear more buzzing coming from that side of the corridor, the one that you were headed towards, but there's another direction. You could go in. There's no buzzing there.
Fuck, are those things? I can't even figure out. Would they help us? Are they just looking for blood?
I don't know, buddy, we've got to make a choice. You're the one who I don't know what these things are. Shit, I think they're in the walls. I heard them in the walls earlier. I think, maybe.
All right. This way. And I start leading us the other way.
Yes. And it's a long tunnel, actually. But it seems to be used for some kind of utility purpose. There is a sign that points towards Overlook and Port. Could this be connecting the hotel with where you arrived? Yes, perhaps that's what it is. The buzzing grows louder as you continue to run. They're getting closer and closer. And then everything starts shaking, and there's, from the ceiling, dust falls down, and you hear massive rumblings, explosions above. Rocks fall around you as the tunnel partially caves in behind you. And you still have ways to go ahead of you, though. Whatever happened seems to have stopped your pursuers. The tunnel is quiet now as the light above you is flickering on and off. But there are more explosions. You see the light from the tunnel ending, and you come out into the storm just in time to see another missile impact the hotel directly. There are jet skis in the port. I saw them when we came.
Jet skis? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And you see them. You're running towards the port, and yes, there are jet skis. You see one of the boats heading out. There's some people aboard it, and you get on board the jet ski, and as you look behind you, as you're zooming out across the water, you see how the mountain wall close to the hotel is hit and begins to crumble, and there's some kind of landslide that's triggered, and the hotel is buried. The waves are really high, though. It's a storm, right? You're not supposed to be out on the water with a jet ski in a storm. The winds and the rain is whipping at you. And you just continue ahead, just getting as far away from that place as you can. And you're lucky. There's a small island close by where you are able to seek shelter. And you're eventually able to make your way back to the closest city of Zamboanga, right on time, to start to see the secrets hit the news. Many powerful politicians, CEOs, tech bros, they're all revealed to be predators, murderers, and worse. And just as was written in the contract, Celia's death led to all of this being revealed. Perhaps Renata saw to that. But not your secrets, nor Mary Cassidy's. Your future now holds many things. You have the manacles. You can put an end to your curse. And you have that contact number to that woman that you met, Anna Spivey. And if you don't call her, she will call on you with an offer that will be difficult to refuse. But those are stories for another day, as All-Inclusive comes to an end. You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the scenario All-Inclusive, which was written by Seth Skorkowski and is part of the Dark Realms and Other Horrors Kickstarter that is live right now. All three of us have also been part of writing content for these books, and you can find a link in the show notes below. During this Kickstarter, you can also buy the core rules for KULT for 50% off, which is a fantastic deal. Our playthrough of All-Inclusive has been kindly sponsored by Helmgast. The music was created by H.M. Carceri and was used with permission from their label Cryochamber. Please check out cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for more of their lovely dark ambient. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon: Martin Heuschober, Simon Cooper, Julia, Camilla, Bob Lange, Cameron, Graham Barey, Dick Thomson, Lily, Maciej, Black Templar, Dennis Sadecki, and Leonhardt for their generous support. We would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult Divinity Lost, Call of Cthulhu, and Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay there, and you can also get early and raw access to all of our recordings, and hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as even play some Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and remember that death is only the beginning.